Hey everybody, welcome back to Disneyopolis. I'm Bryan. We're here in City Hall for another great show. Paper Duffy's off today, so it's all me. We have a fantastic show today. Today we're going to be talking about my favorite restaurants in the parks at Walt Disney World. And I've got a list of 8. I compiled 2 from each park, and we're going to take a quick look at what those are, kind of what they offer. It's going to be a lot of fun. One last reminder, you've got 1 day left to get your name in for the drawing on the Cars 2 DVD. Now we've got 2 of these to give away, and the only thing you have to do in order to qualify is to subscribe to the channel. We'll be announcing the winners on our next show. So again, you've got just 1 day to subscribe, so just click that button down there, subscribe, and if you've got something to say about the show, I'd love to hear that too, so feel free to do that as well. So let's go ahead and get into the show straight away. As I said, one of the great parts of a Walt Disney World vacation, or any Disney parks, I mean, one of the things you do obviously is you go to the parks, but the other thing that you do that a lot of people really look forward to is to eat. And where you eat's important, so much so that people actually will get up at 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, depending upon how far away you are from Florida or California, and set up their advanced dining reservations. Now you can do this online, but a lot of people like myself, I actually prefer to speak to a human being. Sometimes they can get some things done for you that you can't do online. But because of this, I've had the fortunate experience of being able to eat at a lot of the different Walt Disney World restaurants. So again, we're going to focus just on 8. There are so many, and they're all really, really good. But I figured you didn't want to sit through a 3-hour show, nor did I. So I went ahead and just picked out 2 from each park. So we'll just jump right into it. We're going to start off in Magic Kingdom. And the very first one that we're going to take a look at that is fun for me and for my family is Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe. Now this is a quick service dining option. They do serve lunch and dinner. They're in Magic Kingdom in Tomorrowland, and reservations are not accepted. And then the hours vary. All of these hours pretty much vary just based upon how late the park is going to be open that day. But you can use your quick service credits if you're on the Disney dining plan. And I have really great memories of this place. We've been several times. This last trip that we took to Walt Disney World, it was hot, it was rainy, and we had just kind of decided that we were just kind of gonna graze on the go at Magic Kingdom. We already had a meal set up at Kona Cafe, and so we didn't want to have more than one sit-down meal in a day, but obviously we needed to eat. And we went looking for different places we thought we could eat, and someone said, hey, how about Cosmic Rays? And so we went, and we thought, well, this would be an opportunity for us to sit inside because of the rain. As fate would have it, everybody else had the same idea, and so we sat outside, but fortunately the rain held off, and it was a good time. But the fare there is, it's mostly American food, as you would expect in a lot of these parks, particularly Magic Kingdom. But just kind of give you an idea of the menu, they serve a half rotisserie chicken, which you can get with mashed potatoes and green beans, is really good. There's a 3rd pound Angus bacon cheeseburger that is really, really good. And I think most of the hamburgers on Disney property are all pretty good. And that comes with your choice of green beans or French fries. Bacon deluxe chicken sandwich for those who are into the Yardbird, but you get herb marinated chicken, American cheese, bacon, and again your choice of green beans or French fries. They've got a barbecued pork sandwich that's really, really good, and again your choice of green beans or French fries. You noticing a pattern here yet? There's also chicken breast nuggets. You get 8 of those with, you guessed it, your choice of green beans or French fries. Also they offer a Greek salad. Hot dog with your choice of green beans or French fries, and I'm still trying to fix it in my mind how hot dogs pair up with green beans, but I guess to somebody out there they do. And then vegetable burgers with your choice of green beans or French fries. All the food is priced relatively decent. All the portions, as with most Disney meals, are reasonably priced, and the portions are decent size. So it's not like you're going to get a small fast food hamburger or puny nuggets or anything like that. So I mean, honestly, the prices are decent, especially at the quick service options, quick dining options. So that again is Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe. My other choice for dining in Magic Kingdom, and again, there are so many, that are available, but these are the two I chose. Next is Tortuga Tavern. Now, the dining fare there is Mexican style. They do offer lunch. This is in Magic Kingdom. It's in Adventureland, just right opposite of Pirates of the Caribbean. They don't accept reservations at all. The hours, just like everyone else, it varies. And you can use your quick service or snack credit there at Tortuga Tavern. I remember we ate here one time while I was waiting for a good friend of ours who actually is a subscriber to the channel. But we needed a place to eat. We saw it, let's give it a try, and the food was really, really good. Again, portion sizes were fantastic, and of course things like the that they offer, like barbecue beef brisket. That one served with coleslaw and baked beans. They have a barbecue chicken sandwich. That one served with again coleslaw and baked beans. Now I said it's Mexican themed. You'll see in just as you get a little bit further in that a lot of the meals are, but these are their kind of their mainstay entrees. Roasted corn and vegetable salad. I'm told that's really good. Roasted corn and vegetable salad with barbecue beef brisket. Roasted corn and vegetable salad with barbecue chicken. So those are just a few of the options at Tortuga Tavern. Again, now when we went there, I remember that my wife got a taco salad that she really loved, and I forget what I had the first time that I went, but again, food was really, really good, and the locations are relatively convenient. Next up, we're going to make our way over to Epcot, and this one is no surprise to anybody who knows me. This is a tradition in my household. It is the Yorkshire County Fish Shop. And the Yorkshire County Fish Shop is just across the street from Rose and Crown Pub. Believe it or not, it is not the same fish that is served at Rose and Crown. At Yorkshire County Fish Shop, I believe they actually serve cod there, but over across the street at Rose and Crown, it's a different kind of fish. But it's all good. Their menu is pretty sparse. It is one thing: fish and chips. And this is in United Kingdom, if you hadn't guessed it. The hours are from 11 a.m. until whenever the park closes. Reservations are not accepted. You can use your quick dining service credits on that. Again, Yorkshire County Fish Shop. And there's just something about sitting outdoors, eating fish and chips, and having dozens and dozens of ducks stare at you while you do it. It's to live for, it really is. The next one in Epcot, my second choice, this is one that we experienced for the first time on our last trip. It's the San Angel Inn. I told the story on a previous show that it had started a torrential downpour. Again, we were just kind of graze in Epcot, but we made the quality decision that we were just going to go and find a place where we could sit down and get out of the rain. And I mean, it was torrential, and there was thunder, and there was lightning. And everywhere we looked, it was all full. I mean, we thought we'd go by the cantina. It was full. We thought we'll just go to, a quick service dining option around there, maybe get under some umbrellas. Wasn't happening. So we went into San Angel, and reservations are suggested. And by the way, this is in the Mexico Pavilion, if you haven't figured that out yet. Reservations are suggested. They're not necessary. In our case, when we got there, they had no standby seating at all. And I said, well, how are we going to eat here? And the guy says, well, you could always make a reservation. So thanks to my Disney experience, I whipped out the smartphone, saw that it was only about 45 minutes away. I said, let's do this. We set up our reservation, and then we went and rode some of the rides that were located in close proximity. And then when our time came, we were seated. It's open from noon till whenever. You can use the Disney dining plan. It's a table service credit, so not a quick service credit. You can use Tables in Wonderland here too, which is not the case at I think any of the quick service dining options that you've got. But anyway, let me tell you quickly about the menu that's here. Now, they've got things like the arrachera con chilaquiles, if I said that correct, which is basically grilled New York strip with a layer of fried corn tortillas, green tomatillo sauce that's topped with queso and queso fresco, onions, sour cream, served with refried black beans. It's really good. The combinación mexicana, enchiladas verdes con pollo. You can make fun of me in the comments, by the way, for my Spanish. It's lacking, I understand. But there's lots of great things to eat. Now, I will tell you, when we went, we decided, you know what? We've already had a big meal that day. We were just looking for a place to be able to sit and grab a quick bite to eat. None of the quick service was available. So we all went with appetizers, all of us did. And I gotta tell you, all of us had an appetizer and all of us walked away filled. So the food is really good. I actually had the tostadas. The black beans are amazing. If you like beans, I love beans. And the black beans were they were awesome. And I believe I got chicken and with some cheese on that. So that is the San Angel Inn. Again, I highly recommend this. It's a fantastic place to grab a bite to eat. Again, reservations are recommended. They're not required, but if you really want a seat, you probably should go ahead and make a reservation. Next up, we're going to move over to Disney's Hollywood Studios, and I'll choose my two there. One should be very apparent if you've seen any episodes of this show, particularly on our trip report that we did a few weeks back, the SciFi Dine-In restaurant. This is American food, hands down. They do serve lunch and dinner, and it's on the commissary lane there in Hollywood Studios. Reservations are suggested. Again, these days, it's really difficult to just walk into a restaurant where they normally take reservations and hope to be seated, but you can do it. Try your luck, I guess is the thing to say. They're open from 11 in the morning until pretty much till park close. They do accept Disney dining plan. It's a table service credit, but in my mind, it's well worth it. And you can use your tables in Wonderland there. Now, some neat things about SciFi Dine-In restaurant. I'm not going to waste a lot of time on it, but for me, the big appeal to this place is the theming. It's set up like a drive-in theater, complete with a great big screen, running a B-movie trailer roll. It's 45 minutes long. It's wonderful. The food is, again, it's American food, but it's really good. Probably some of the best food I've had, in my humble opinion, short of sitting in a Kona Cafe or one of the bigger table service places. But you've got your build your own Angus chuck burger, which is what I did. I think my son and I just got bacon and cheese and on the burger. And the bacon they put on here is not the wimpy stuff that you get at a lot of fast food places. I mean, this stuff's thick and it's crunchy and it's wonderful. Flame broiled New York strip steak. Yes, you can actually get a strip steak at the SciFi Dine-In. Things like a grilled chicken sandwich, grilled chicken salad, grilled marinated salmon salad. Again, it's not what you expect from a restaurant at the studios, but this is, in my mind, just for the theming alone, it's top notch. There's other things too. You can do shrimp, you can get a Reuben, you can get a vegetarian shepherd's pie, sci-fi style. And what's really great is, of course, they make milkshakes, and you get them in the alcoholic or non-alcoholic variety. They're all really, really yummy. And on some of the drinks, you actually get the glow cubes put in your drink, and of course, you do get to keep that. That SciFi Dine-In theater, again, can't recommend that enough. Love it. It's one of my favorite restaurants on property. My second choice in Disney's Hollywood Studios is going to surprise a lot of people. Most people, when you talk about dining in Disney's Hollywood Studios, they all come up with the same two usually: SciFi Dine-In, or 50s Primetime Cafe, or Brown Derby and 50s Primetime Cafe. I'm not going that way. I'm actually going a little lower on the scale. The ABC Commissary. This is right there on Commissary Lane. It's in Hollywood Studios. They serve lunch and dinner. It is quick service, Reservations not necessary. As a matter of fact, they're not accepted, and they open at 11 o'clock. You can use a quick service or a snack credit. Let me kind of go through the menu here a little bit because I think you'll actually be a little bit surprised. There's plenty of seating in the place. It is set up just like you would think that a commissary would be at a television studio. And they've got a loop, it's Commissary Lane Loop, and that's just basically audio from the theme songs of a bunch of ABC themed shows. I love it, but you can get things like a 3rd-pound Angus cheeseburger with apple slices or fries or steamed broccoli, that kind of thing. They've got an Asian salad I've heard that's really good. You can add chicken to that. Chicken breast nuggets, of course. It's American food after all. A chicken club. Kosher entries, they've got things like chicken strips and potato croquette and hot dog in a bun and potato croquette. Croquette. Either way. But this is the most surprising thing to me. It's a table, it is a quick dining option that serves, get this, a New York strip steak. And the steak is pretty darn good too. Yeah, it's served with blue cheese butter, you get steamed broccoli, and of course French fries. And get this, New York strip steak, $11.99. That is a deal. So that and other things are what make ABC Commissary my second choice in Disney's Hollywood Studios. And finally, we move over to our last park. This next one is one of my favorite places to eat anywhere on property, and I'll explain why. It's the Tree BBQ. It's quick service. Lunch and dinner are served. No reservations are accepted. This is on Discovery Island over near the bridge over to Dinoland. But they're open from 11 in the morning till 1 hour before park closing. Again, you can use your quick service dining credits. And of course, Tables in Wonderland is accepted there too, which is a little odd for a quick service, but they let you do it. My favorite meal here is the half chicken. This thing is wonderful. It's marinated in slow smoked chicken, and they have this wonderful dry rub that they put on it. As a matter of fact, I loved it so much that I went and looked up how it's made. Actually, back then they were actually handing you out cards that had the recipe, so back then you could even ask for quick service recipe cards and they give it to you. And I've made it here at home, and it's amazing. Trust me, look it up. Matter of fact, I'll put a link to it in the comments section down below. But they've got that. They've got a half slab of St. Louis ribs. You can get a combination of both the ribs and the chicken, which is really a great way to go, which is what I did the last time we were there. And there's pulled pork sandwiches and ribs and chicken and pulled pork in a sampler platter, roasted chicken with mixed greens, smoked turkey breast sandwich, and they even serve a watermelon salad, which I had never heard of. Again, prices are great here. Food is amazing. It's all outdoor seating, but the food is really, really great. This was a pleasant surprise to us last time we went to Animal Kingdom, and we managed to pick up a really, really good meal there. So that is Tree BBQ in Animal Kingdom. And my last choice, this is a crowd favorite. You hear about it all the time. It is the Yak and Yeti restaurant. It's American food. They serve lunch and dinner. This is in Asia, in Animal Kingdom, in the Asia section. Reservations, they're suggested. Again, you can try and do standby. Don't recommend it. They're open from 11 a.m. to whenever. It just varies. And yes, table service credit is available, and that's for either the you can just basically walk in and use your table service credit, which is great. The menu here for the entrees, it's huge. I'll just kind of run through it. You've got your baby back ribs. You've got crisp honey chicken, which is to live for. I don't want to say to die for because you want to stick around for this. They've got mahi mahi, which is really good if you like fish. They've got duck with a glaze. They've got Kobe beef burgers. They've got lo mein chicken, lo mein shrimp. They've got a seared miso salmon that I hear is excellent. And then they've got steak and shrimp. They've got tempura shrimp, vegetable lo mein, and then vegetable lo mein with tofu, if that's your kind of thing. And again, the prices on these, for Disney prices, most of the quick service places you'll find are actually pretty reasonably priced. They're just a skosh over what fast food may cost you. And my family, we have 6 people. I've got 4 kids, my wife and I do. And for us to go to a fast food place, you may as well just go to a sit-down restaurant because it's about as expensive, and obviously the food tends to be better. But Yak and Yeti is really a lot of fun. Great theming, fantastic food. Could not recommend it more. Rainforest Cafe is one that I would recommend as a 1A or a 2A, as it were. So you might check that option out too. So that is my list, my personal list of 8 of some of my favorite places to eat. At Walt Disney World. Again, there are a lot of them that are great. Of course, you've got the big ones that everybody likes, like Cinderella's Table. We actually liked 1900 Park Fair. We liked Akershus, for some character meals. We loved Chef Mickey's. These are all great. But if you're on a budget, again, we've talked about it before, a Disney trip is really an expensive trip, and sometimes you have to eat on a budget, and a lot of these are just great places to eat, period. So in the comment section down below, let me know what your favorite places to eat are. I would absolutely love to hear where you like to eat. And it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's grabbing a turkey leg on the go, or whether it's having the great big meal at Albert Victoria's. Let us know in the comments below. Again, you've got 1 day left to get yourself entered in for the Cars 2 DVD giveaway. We've got 2 to give away, 1 day left to do it. All you have to do is subscribe to get your name in on the drawing. And listen, I appreciate you stopping by. As always, it's a lot of fun to spend some time with you. And I'd love to hear from our subscribers. And even those of you who don't subscribe, we'd love to hear from you as well. Again, my name is Bryan. This is Disneyopolis. We are everything Disney all the time. You have yourselves a fantastic day. See you again.